Hi.
Howdy.
Yeah, I'd say.
You look nice today.
Mr. Snappy.
And you look good.
Not as good as you. We have Zach's identical twin brother.
Where does hair go?
Zachariah. With, I don't know, a haircut.
A lot less hair.
Yeah.
You win, Internet.
Ah.
You win. And you were also right the whole time.
Yeah, you voted, and your votes counted.
Yeah, all those comments, they took a toll on me, and you were right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he couldn't do a man bun if he wanted to.
No, that was a bad time in my life. But it was a good time in our lives. And today is going to be a good episode.
It better be.
Our finances are riding on it.
Yeah, either that or you need to grow your hair back in a hurry.
All right, so here's what we're going to talk about today. Though.
Okay.
We're going to talk about... Your nails good?
Yeah, my nails are good.
I'm just checking.
Yeah, they're good.
We could do a nail channel.
We could.
We're going to talk about the Tesla model.
What about the Tesla model?
The lack of a franchise dealership structure.
Yeah.
And the online ordering process, and what effect we think that's going to have on the way that people buy cars, and if that's the wave of the future, or if or maybe they're going down the wrong path. So maybe you could start us out with how the heck is Tesla getting away without having dealerships? Because aren't there laws that say that you have to have a franchise, OEM to dealership relationship?
In most states, yes.
Yeah.
And they've gotten exemptions in some states in order to be able to do business. Yeah. Yeah. But, is the question, is it something that can be done for all manufacturers? And the answer would be no.
Why is that?
Well, I'm glad you asked. I happen to have prepared for this. And the main reason that it won't happen is there's 16,753 new car franchises in the United States of America right now. And so it would take quite a bit to put all of them out of business. Okay, the way things are set up.
Okay.
Okay, now what you have to realize is what those 16,753 new car dealerships do and provide as far as jobs and sales tax revenues and things of that nature. So
that is a deep thought, ladies and gentlemen.
It was.
Wow.
Yeah. It was either that or a belch, one of the two. So I thought I'd make it look like a thought. So anyway, the new car dealerships employ over 1,136,000 people. At least they did as of June 2019.
Okay.
I suspect that number's lower today. Is it appreciably lower? Like, I don't know, a couple 100,000 lower? Maybe.
Pre-COVID, though, it is important to note that the total number of franchise car dealerships had actually decreased year over year as well.
It does every year.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, so if we wait long enough, yes, the Tesla model will work because there won't be any new car
what
dealerships.
What do you mean if we wait long enough? Innovation occurs because people are persistent and proactive about it, not because...
I was saying it as a matter of time.
Oh, okay.
That's all.
Okay. I thought you meant like if we just wait like year over year, another 10% go away.
No. Yeah, well, and even if it were 10%, that would still take 10 years.
Yeah. Okay, all right, sorry.
So,
what's your point? There's a lot of people that are employed by car dealerships, so that's why the Tesla model won't work?
Well, first of all, they're all franchises with signed franchise agreements with the manufacturer. So the manufacturer just can't tear up 16,753 of those and say, sorry, folks, sorry for the hundreds of billions or trillions of dollars you've invested in brick and mortar facilities to display our cars that you can no longer sell. So they're not going away for that reason, number one.
Yep.
Number two, because of the amount of people that they employ. Number three, for the amount of revenue that they produce. Okay, just between you and I, service and parts, whatever you do, don't touch it, folks. Service and parts, because they'll give you a look. Oh, a look that could kill.
It was just very gentle.
Well,
I'm
a gentle guy.
You haven't done that in years.
Okay, so just between service and parts, at new car franchises, they produce almost $65 billion in revenue, in sales. Okay.
I see the case that you're building, but I still don't.
You don't like my case?
I'm going to take this pen and poke a hole in it.
Well, great. I can't wait for you to poke that hole. Last year, payroll, at least in 2019, payroll at the dealerships was a total of $66.5 billion.
Yeah.
Okay, who's replacing that? Elon?
No, well, okay. So I understand the argument that you're making, that a lot of the current economy around the way cars are sold is tied to this, because traditionally that's what it's been. The customer experience, though, is pretty tragic.
I'm not saying the customer experience can't change. The question that begged to be asked was, is this the future? Will this change how cars are sold in this country forever?
Yeah, will the Tesla model change?
No, because Tesla doesn't have dealerships.
But that's what I'm saying, is I actually think that is where we're going to go. Why shouldn't the OEM, why shouldn't the manufacturer sell directly to the public? Because I think in the past, Dad, like think back to Ford. Like literally the first Model T, right?
Yeah.
What was Ford Corporation's core competency?
I don't know. You tell me.
It was building that damn car, right?
Oh, okay.
And it was building the assembly lines to actually, facilitate manufacturing. Right? It was a manufacturing company.
Yeah, which is what they all are. Yeah.
So to ask that type of organization to say, hey, you also need to be a sales and marketing engine too,
yeah,
and you also need to do customer service and door to door and then repairs, and that was unfathomable back then.
Yeah.
And it was unfathomable when you started the business. And I think Tesla is shining a light that says, it's no longer unfathomable. We might not be doing it all well. Like, for example, there's huge consternation that I've read with people that hate the idea that the only place you can service your Tesla is with Tesla. You can't go to, you can go to an independent Tesla shop, but they're like illegal. They're literally illegal. There's documentaries on this. And so they're doing some things right and some things wrong. But I think corporations are becoming more nimble, and they're able to...
Okay, so please explain to me how Ford, General Motors, Nissan, Honda, Toyota, all the major manufacturers, okay, how they're going to void every one of those 16,753 new car franchise agreements.
No, that's...
Who's paying?
No, that's the argument that I can get behind, which is if there's 16,000 dealerships, and if each of them are run by some multimillionaire with great lawyers, the reason that car dealerships are going to stay around is because they're going to fight tooth and nail to protect their investment.
It's not a question.
It's not for the employment aspect, because there would still be jobs if you went the Tesla route too.
Really?
They would be totally different jobs, but people would still...
It wouldn't be the same type of jobs.
Exactly,
and
things are not the same today that they were back in the early 1900s.
I understand that, but my point wasn't that the dealerships would fight tooth and nail.
Yeah.
It's that the manufacturers couldn't afford to pay the dealerships what it would take to buy them out.
Yeah, which is an interesting idea. Because if all the manufacturers are publicly traded companies and they needed to raise more capital to do this,
how they can't just cancel all these franchise agreements, so they would have to agree to buy out the dealer. At what number?
And then you see there, like we were talking about in a recent video, or maybe I reread it, transactions of buying dealerships happen all the time, and they're for like $80 million, $150 million. So
well, it depends on the dealership, but
if you start to do that math, okay, 16,000 times 100 million.
It's not happening.
Yeah,
it's not happening. Now, that's not to say that the way Tesla sells cars couldn't be incorporated into sales practices and techniques that are used by dealerships. That's not to suggest for a second that the way dealerships are structured to sell cars couldn't change to make it more customer-centric and more pleasant for a customer.
Yeah.
Okay, it shouldn't be like going to a dentist for a root canal. Okay, it should be like going to an Apple store to overpay for an Apple product.
And feeling proud
to have done that.
Yeah.
Okay, so do I think that Tesla can have an impact on the industry as to how cars are sold? Yes. Do I think that the Tesla model will overtake the franchise dealer agreement model that we have in this country? Absolutely not.
Yeah.
But do I think that the way they sell cars should be more incorporated into what dealers do today and moving forward? Absolutely, it should 100%.
So let me ask one follow-up question.
Okay, but only one.
I understand And I would even scope it to in your lifetime, you don't see the franchise.
Well, let's say I'm only half as old as I'm going to be, and that I'll die somewhere around when I'm 138. Okay.
Why would we say that? That's unrealistic.
So what I'm trying to suggest to you, even if my lifetime lasted that long, it's not going to happen in that lifetime.
Okay.
Okay.
The phrase is usually like in my lifetime, which some
yes,
people,
I know.
Like since you're 69, people be like, oh, so that's like 20 years. Hopefully more.
Yeah.
Not counting years.
Yeah. No, I was going for double or nothing, buddy.
Dude, you're not living till 140.
Okay, well.
I hope you do, but.
No, you don't. You'll be taking care of me. You'll be wiping my ass.
I think you're wrong.
What?
I think that, I think by 50 years from now, we're going to see this whole franchise dealership relationship. It's going to be extinct. And this video will be on the internet, and we will see which of us was right.
And you'll be 75.
Yeah, you'll be dead.
And I'll be long gone, and so I really won't care.
I sure as hell will. I'll have a lot right on it.
And my opinion would not have mattered 50 years ago. Which is fine.
No.
Yeah.
But I hear exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
And I think Tesla is pushing the other manufacturers and the other dealerships to improve the customer experience because that's what their position is.
Ultimately, that's what's going to happen.
Yeah,
definitely. But it's not going to. It's not changing the way cars are sold, so that you can just order it online and test.
But we do see with used cars, but not with new cars.
And we'll see different channels within a dealership as to how it's done, but not
without the dealership.
Exactly,
because they spend all that.
Thank you, so that I didn't have to have another pregnant pause.
Is that what that's called?
When you're deep in thought. Yeah. Whatever.
I've never heard of that.
Okay, you're young yet.
Well, in my lifetime, which will be hopefully double my age.
More than. Maybe triple or quadruple.
Anyway, that's your take. That's my take.
Yeah, and there's no take on time today because I'm waiting for some watches to come in. I think there's one or two this week. Shh, don't tell anybody.
All right, thanks, Dad.
Thank you, Zach.